2015, the Hyundai Sonata is available with 3 different 4-cylinder engines. Base models use a 2.4-liter engine that makes 185 horsepower and 178 pounds-feet of torque. There's also a 2-liter turbocharged engine that makes 245 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Finally, a new Eco model comes in with a 1.6-liter turbocharged engine that makes 177 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. You can get the 2.4-liter and 2.0T powered models with a 6-speed automatic transmission, while the Eco model comes exclusively with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. There's no doubt that the old Sonata, with its coupe-like look, was really edgy when it debuted 5 years ago. But these days, practically every midsize sedan has an injection of style. So, Hyundai had to do something to make its car stand out again. The new Sonata now has a more premium look, thanks to standard LED daytime running lights and a subtle rear spoiler. Other available exterior highlights include chrome accents on the handles, window surrounds, and exhaust tips, as well as alloy wheels that range from 16 inches to 18 inches in diameter. However, the real story here is that the Hyundai Sonata now offers features that are usually reserved for luxury cars. Things like an automatic high beam sensor that will prevent you from blinding oncoming traffic with your headlights. There's also a smart cruise control that can stop for you in traffic, which will make commuting so much easier. Still not impressed with what Hyundai is offering with the new Sonata? Well, wait till you see what they have for us inside the car. This is where the Sonata really delivers, with interior design. According to Hyundai, they spent a lot of time thinking about ergonomics, and this is what they've come up with. A new, grippier, thicker steering wheel, and this gorgeous horizontal layout for the controls, which is far more easier to use than the old vertical layout. But what I really like is the premium feeling and looking accents. Like the new Genesis sedan, the Sonata puts a lot of emphasis on nailing the little details, and you can get really nice trim finishes, including a wood grain trim like this model has, or a sporty 3D looking trim in the sportier models. But the Hyundai doesn't just look premium on the inside, it comes with quite a few convenience features, like heated and cooled front seats, a heated steering wheel, even heated rear seats, and a segment-exclusive rear window shade. With features like this, sometimes it feels like Hyundai is benchmarking Lexus rather than Toyota. The Sonata also comes with quite a few unique multimedia and telematics upgrades. For example, you can get an upgraded 400-watt sound system, and it also allows you to pause and record live XM radio, kind of like a PVR for the road. There's also the Hyundai BlueLink telematics system, which provides you with Google-powered destination searches for your navigation system. And finally, for the techies out there, Hyundai promises CarPlay support for Apple iPhone users, making it one of the first cars in its class to get the system. The company also recently announced Android Auto support as well, making this car perfect for those who live by their smartphones, like me. On the road, you'll notice that this new Sonata is far more comfortable and confident feeling than the last generation model, and that's because Hyundai has spent a lot of time revising the front and rear suspension setup. What that means is the car feels far more planted when you hit some choppy pavement. Hyundai also looked to resolve the vague on-center steering feel from the last generation model, and they've really got something that works here. There are 2 different kinds of electric power steering, one for the 2.4-liter and 1.6-liter models, and one in the 2.0T models. Both steering setups provide really good feedback, and you also have the opportunity to change the way the steering feels thanks to a drive mode selector. There are 3 different drive modes: Sport, Eco, and Normal, and each drive mode affects the engine responsiveness as well as the transmission shift logic. There are also 2 different steering setups, one that's looser and one that's far more tactile. We're driving the 2.0T model, which makes 245 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. And both of those numbers are a bit lower than last year's model, but the trade-off comes with drivability. The car feels far more responsive. It also feels smoother on the road. The power delivery is quite good, and the torque curve is virtually flat.